Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming. Today's piece is Vivaldi Violin Concerto in A minor, the third movement. I'm going to go through one little section at a time and then I will think a few things. Hopefully will help you. This first section, if you can imagine playing like a trumpet sound, very light, clean, and very precise on each down bow and up bow execution. And one way I ask students to do is that you place your bow on the E string and then you push it up or pull it down as fast as you can. One way to practice that is simply the E string or A string and drop your arm as fast as you can. Just using the gravity, just drop to the floor and then bring it up at the same speed as you're going down. So you go. Just to get used to the speed of dropping both directions. So when you add to the note, the left hand is very small, quick shimmering of vibrato, nothing too wide or slow or romantic. It's just precise, kind of matter of fact. And then come to the end of the second line, you have the right hand as legato as possible. And then you have the finger exchange. And then change to a third finger. And then change to third. So that's how you kind of inch down each position. And it is good to practice and then you kind of just tune the pitch each time when you come down, and that's something worth practicing. I'm gonna go on. This passage has a lot of 16th notes. Of course, practice a little slower until your left hand is clean, and try not to vibrate very much so that each pitch is very, very focused. There is one action on the left hand I would like you to pay attention to is that try to let your left fingers to be very vertical, up and down, very succinct, non-negotiable. Up, down, as fast as you can when you play. so that you can hear the lifting of the finger is just as clean as dropping the finger. So let your ears be very critical about that. So when you speed up, the note will be very individual. Now the right hand, there is a bowing that is slur in the middle of the 4/16 notes. So you have, could you just exaggerate the wrist movement? When you're playing slowly, exaggerate it. And when you play fast, it will naturally reduce the action, but it will still be there. Now, those up and down actions on the right wrist will enable you to play the string crossing and the bow change very, very cleanly. So trying to experience that a little bit. Slowly. That kind of action. All right, let's go on. This passage, of course, I find it's the most difficult in this movement. Trying to play it, of course, first you get the notes, but from here, these string crossings, I will show you one way, very effective way to practice. And to guarantee the string crossing will always be in time and very clean. And that is, when you practice slowly, you do the string crossing very quickly, as if you are playing in tempo. So before the big jump, the string crossing, the note before that, when you end it, try to end at the new string level. You go, so you're already on G string. So you are practicing those slowly, but the result, what you want to aim, is fast. And I also ask students to practice 2 or 3 measures at a time and give yourself a little bit of space to readjust your thoughts and then your fingers just by one little beat of rest. I'll show you what I mean. So that you, instead of running like you're running a marathon or long distance running, but you just give yourself a shorter distance sprint, and then you stop, and then give yourself just a little bit of energy, kind of refocus, and then on to the next measure, onto the next measure. And the next time when you practice, you do 2 measures at a time. Also give yourself 1 beat of rest, kind of just refocus your mind. And over time, of course, try not to practice too fast or with a recording. That is too quick in the beginning. trying to do it slowly with all the string crossing, wrist movement, intonation, left hand up and down, this kind of action. Trying to have that in a slower tempo and be a little bit more patient. And then at the end, you can speed up with a metronome, 2 notches at the time. Just make sure we don't forget any of those techniques while you're playing in the newer tempo and faster tempo. Now let's go on till the end of the phrase. With 16th notes that has accents on top, once again, just use speed, not pressure. The speed will give you a very clean beginning, a little accent. The contrast between forte and piano, simply use more bow for forte and less bow for piano. That way you have the same quality of sound, the density of the sound. So that when you play forte, it would be nice and strong note, and try not to change the sound point to a weaker part of the sound point. That way the sound still be nice and solid when you play piano, and you simply reduce the bow speed and also the length of the bow. I hope that helps. I will see you the next piece. Happy practicing. Bye.